Right fans, welcome to Right episode 3. 8 reasons why nobody takes your writing seriously. Now, I've come across a lot of writers who experience this problem. Number 1, if nobody's taking you seriously as a writer, maybe because they don't think you're acting like a writer. For example, stop posting like you're a 12-year-old on Facebook. If you're an adult, stop posting like you're in middle school. Stop with the abbreviations like PPL for people or UR for your whatever. Just stop posting like you think you're E.E. Cummings. When E.E. Cummings wrote his poems and his name in all lowercase, that was cute because nobody had done it before. But it's not cute anymore, and it's very unprofessional. And if anybody sees you posting like that on social media, they're not going to take you seriously as a writer or as anybody even who has a brain. Number 2, don't talk about writing your book. Just do it already. If you don't have pages of a book written, you have no business even calling yourself a writer. I mean, there's so many writers who just talk about writing and they don't do it. They just like, oh yeah, I'm gonna write a book when I have time. Well, I'm sorry, but nobody has time to write a book, even writers. We don't have time. We wear a lot of hats. We are mothers, we are fathers, we are teachers. Nobody has time to write a book, so stop making the excuse, I don't have time. Make time. You will have to sacrifice a lot of the things you love to make time to write that book. So just shut up. Stop telling people you're a writer if you don't have anything written. If you want them to take you seriously, make a track record. Number 3, if you don't enter any writing contests, that's another reason why people might not think you're serious as a writer. Entering writing contests has a lot of benefits. If people see that you're doing it and you write about it and you post it on Facebook or social media, they're going to know that you are starting to get a little serious about your work. Number 4, your age. Now this is a big one for all the young writer wannabes out there. Okay, it doesn't matter how talented you are. If you're like under the age of 20, you're going to have a hard time convincing people that you're a real writer solely because of your age. And you're not alone in this. Even the famous diarist Anne Frank, even her writing was ridiculed and thought to have been a fake at one time, and even her diary was once investigated for authenticity, which that experiment proved that it was actually her work. So to all you writers out there who are really young, don't worry about your age right now. Just be glad you still are young, because you will age faster than you think. And use this time to brush up on your skills. Keep a diary yourself because it really has a lot of benefits, and I will be making a video about that. And just write. Use the time to write. Don't tell a lot of people about it unless they're your closest friends or your parents. But even they probably won't take you seriously because of your age. But don't worry about it. Just keep going. And when you prove to them that you have accomplished a few things, even if, like, say you're 15 and you win a writing contest or you come close, then people will start taking you seriously. Okay, number 5. If you don't make your love of writing known, then if you're not passionate about it, people probably won't take you seriously. Which leads to number 6. If you don't blog or have a video series about your love of writing or writing how-tos, chances are people are not going to think of it as a serious passion in your life. If you love something, be passionate about it, and eventually others will come around and start seeing it, or start seeing you as being legit. Okay, number 7, you don't read. And if you hate reading, this is going to be a problem, because bad readers make bad writers. In fact, if you hate books and you hate reading, this is the sad truth, you will never, never be a great writer. Emphasis on great. If you don't read, you can't write. I mean, that's like trying to lead an expedition when you've never been on one. They're not going to give an Olympic medal or an NFL trophy to somebody who's never done the work. You need to read to be a great writer. Do it. There's a lot of great books out there, and that's part of the reason why some people hate to read. A lot of times they just haven't found the right book. And last but not least, and this is another sad truth, if people aren't taking you seriously about your writing, and say let's just say you've done most of the above. You've written a couple things, a couple short stories, maybe even a short novella, or you've posted a few of your pieces online. If you're not getting good responses from people, and I'm not just saying because you're not getting responses at all, but if you're getting like 20 responses and very, very, very few of them are positive, you might have to come to a realization that maybe you're not talented as a writer. Maybe you are not a writer as much as you want to be. And that's the same for other people. Like, when I was a little girl, I wanted to be a dancer, but I'm not a dancer. I'm not even an athlete. And you have to come to that realization. And I'm sorry if that breaks your heart, but I've seen so many self-published books out there that they're so badly written that even their item description on a website is not without errors and flaws and parts of speech that are just mangled to death. And that really affects your credibility as a writer. If you can't even write a flawless description of the book, or even one chapter that doesn't have like 50 errors, I'm not kidding. I was asked to review a book, and the first chapter alone, and it was not a long chapter, I counted at least 50 errors, either grammatical or otherwise. I couldn't even finish the book. That's how bad it was. If you're not getting good feedback, chances are you may not be a writer. And I'm really sorry to break it to you, but sometimes you have to know what you are good at. But what I'd like to tell you is, if you're not a writer, I'm sure that you have other gifts. Everybody has a gift in something. Maybe you just haven't found yours yet. It's like the people who want to be singers, but they go on American Idol and they're just so bad that they just haven't found their talent yet. And I really wish you a lot of luck and encouragement to find your talent. But what I also want to tell you is, if you think you may not be talented as a writer, don't give it up right away. Try again and again. Give it like 5 years. I know that sounds like a long time, but in that 5 years, you will consistently improve your writing skills if you just keep trying, keep practicing, keep reading, and just constantly study the craft of grammar and punctuation, spelling, get some feedback from readers. And sometimes that's what you need to do. And if you're still not getting positive results and positive reviews, then it's time to put your book back up on the shelf. And try finding something else that you're good at. So that's about all I have for you today. If you like this video or my video series, Write Right, please like, subscribe, and share. And episode 4 will be coming out soon. So thanks for watching. See ya.